Welcome back to the third part of Energy Body class. Maybe this will be a final part. I don't know yet, so let's see how it goes. In this class, we will be focusing more on the physical body. This may allow us to understand how to return your energy and reconcile with the energy body. Because without the main device connector, there is no sense to talk about the energy. I would like to start with a term, embodiment. Embodiment is a good, perfect word that can describe what we humans can do or be. When we talk today about embodiment, we use it more as a philosophical, beautiful term and in a more superficial way because it's just a popular word to apply to human experience. For example, embody wisdom or embody compassion. Though the term obviously refers to the body, we only express it through a mental and verbal lenses, where the actual physical body does not participate. So we mostly are offered to embody a certain idea, quality, or a mental state. On the other side, there are many physically oriented practices or workshop or training to do a certain exercise in order to embody yourself. And internet is full of them. And when the class is over, people go back home or to their daily routine where their dominant physical patterns are stronger because they are much deeper. For me, embodiment means to be a completely integrated physical vessel in which mentality and physiology merge, through which there is a direct and free flow of energy and information. Embodiment, where it means to be in the body. The only perfect example of embodiment I can think of is not a human. It's animals. If you look at any species, the level of control and use of own body that animals have is integral and simple. There is nothing else animals do but embody own self all day long, even during the sleep. And it is not something they talk about, they think about, they decide or try to practice like humans. Animals' perfect use and control of own body allows them to stay warm, find food, survive, move, migrate, and adapt without being emotionally or mentally traumatized. They evolve, self-repair and heal, but also learn and adapt with ease and grace. All of this performance also happens in an environment that is not always easy. Think of how many times a day or a week a deer is threatened by wolves or coyotes. So a deer knows that there are predators around. However, it will not stop from roaming hills and forests. It will not hide with a weapon being scared of the attack. Every prey animal will start relaxing and behave normally 10 minutes after being chased by a predator. And this is a very traumatic experience in our definition.
like a fatty. We'll go for that one, Dennis. Here, oh yeah, nothing. To get a bit bigger neck and so on, yes.
Holy snapper.
If you watch that animal after he finishes convulsing, you'll see, because he's aware of the fact that we're all around him, and it's a very stressful experience for an animal like a polar bear. After he settles down, and then he'll start doing a couple of deep breaths, and then he'll breathe really nicely, and it'll really... Now look, here he goes. See how he's breathing there now? You can see so that even though it looks a little unpleasant to look at him convulsing like that, in fact, it lets off all that stress and he then is able to relax and sleep the thing off.
But look how we are living the experience. We are dramatizing, exaggerating every little situation that happened during the day. And events that happened few years ago will still affect and impact us emotionally only because humans choose to stay in the virtual mental world and focus on the event. Someone who had trauma 5 years ago will continue talking about it, will post stories about it, try to do healing. Continue playing the role of victim because this gives a sense of recognition and attention by the crowd. However, the event itself has passed, the body is continuing and has new opportunities for development and has no connection anymore to that past event. But all of this is ignored because human chooses to impose emotional aspect to the body. Instead of embodying body as it is in the present moment, because body does not live in the past. During any negative type of event, human body receives a strong charge of energy. Each one of us felt it. We remember it. It feels like body temperature is changing, suddenly heart is racing, and other very strong symptoms that are firing all together at once. Body is highly charged and sends strong signals. This is a potential energy charge. Animals use it for own self, for own healing. We humans do not understand this body language and choose to stay disconnected. And it doesn't matter which event happened. It could be a fight or a car accident or a rape or participation in a war. For physical body, it does not matter. As long as it managed to survive, it will go through the same mechanism, through the same protocol to discharge, heal, and return to the present moment of peace and calmness. So let's say during the fight itself, humans stay very verbal, mental, and emotional. These three are dominating over the body, and so the body has no choice but being dragged into the same resonance. When the fight is over, body goes to a freeze state. It has no choice. while human continues analyzing, thinking, what should have been said, what should have been done, regrets, curses, all that internal mind dialogue is taking over and body is contracting even more. Also, it doesn't have to be a traumatic event. It can be a slow cooking process of building up a negative perception throughout many years, like disappointment in career, living conditions, partnership and relationships, own self. Many hidden subtle conscious perception of life and self can impact the body slowly. In most of the cases, humans continue dwelling in emotional hole without taking any physical actions to get out and change own life. We experience everything through this physical body. There is no other way. At the same time, we misuse the body and we don't know anything about it. We developed a fundamental educational system that labels body, its organs and function. And our understanding does not go beyond these labels and definition frame. For example, reproductive system, we know it's given to reproduce and have sex. Digestive system is to receive, metabolize nutrition and get rid of waste. Immunity system is to protect the body from diseases. Legs are for walking, hands are for holding, making art, hugging or slapping. Heart is for circulating blood, spreading nutrition. Spleen is actually considered not such important organ by medicine and can even be removed fully with no problems, as they say. Women have breasts to feed newborn or use it in a sexual pleasure. Menstruation is considered uncomfortable, shameful event that everyone wants to end. But when menopause comes, women are even more shamed by aging, emotions, and other things. Men's bodies are even less understood, labeled as a device to expose physical strength, competition. Our brains and minds need constant stimulation by excess of information that doesn't even serve on a daily basis. So we wear this body all lifelong, every minute, every second. And we trust these judgments made by those who first don't understand own body and would like to have one united system of mindset and beliefs, so everything is predictable and controlled. So we all can remain the same. So we all go to same schools, same hospitals, we eat in the same way, we all go through the same programmed stages: kindergarten, school, university, marriage, children, grandchildren, death. We live like robots. And artificial intelligence is not something that scientists created. I see that we humans became artificial intelligence a long time ago, since we abandoned the desire to understand this body, change our perception of it, and start discovering its deeply hidden abilities. And I would like you to realize something right now. You have been always worried that someone can control your choices, decisions, someone can program and control your mind, because we think that we are hostages of mental ideas of others. This is not true. No one can actually control your mind. No one can get into your mind. You are the only one who controls your mind. So as long as you are living in a physical, material world, the only thing that can be controlled is your physicality. It's like training a dog. You won't sit and try to manipulate its mind, impose ideas and beliefs, right? You will create a certain living environment for the body. Give certain food, have physical contact, give treats and verbal commands for the body to execute. Slowly, this programs a dog to a certain behavior. We humans are the same. Like as a toddler, you were not able to create understanding of philosophical, political, or religious ideas. You did not know why people behave so or so, but you watched and your body was repeating. We have been controlled and manipulated through our bodies. We are given exact certain food and are told how and when to eat. We take physical actions just like everyone else. Eat, sleep, repeat. This is almost like a black magic applied to all humanity that works perfectly on everyone. So if you want to get out of so-called matrix, leave your mind in peace and start taking new physical actions. So if you would like to change your karma, your ancestral legacy, get out of sick relationships, anything, the only way to do it is through your physiology. So here I would like to look at the anatomy of horse and human brain for a comparison. First of all, human brain is bigger and ratio of brain mass to the body is the highest from all mammals. Something that scientists brag about to call us higher evolved humans because of that, but this is a curse and a blessing at the same time. And I would like to specifically pay attention to the frontal lobe of the brain. Humans have the biggest prefrontal cortex among all vertebrate mammals. This is how humans' brain interact with the external world. So we receive information through our eyes. We look outside and our eyes pick up data that is sent into the visual cortex at the back of our brain. And then this data is being transmitted to prefrontal cortex, where this information is being processed and analyzed. So when you see something, when you look at it, or even if you don't look, let's say you are sitting in a cafe and you do not focus your vision on something specific, but however it is occurring in the frame of your visionary borders as well. All of that enters your eyes and your prefrontal cortex analyzes it, and that's when you have an instant shower of thinking and emoting reactions. Such questions may rise like, what is this? This is weird. This is interesting. Have I seen this before? What should I do about it? Oh, I remember this. I think that. I don't want to, but I want to. And oh, where was I? I got distracted. And so on and so on. All of these are happening in a millisecond. So because its function are to process emotions, memory, trying to control and solve and also communicate, your mind make decisions that are based mainly on your past experience. And if emotions are involved, then negative emotions will be the first association because they leave a stronger impression on your nervous system. Such memories excite and trigger faster than something more calm. And only then this decision and result of analysis is traveling to the motor cortex in order to give a command to the body to take action. And sometimes it can be inaction. All of this means that decision is not based on the actual reality that is happening in the present moment, but on the association of the present moment with your past. And now let's look how the horse is experiencing it. From eyes and visual cortex, the information is transmitted straight to motor cortex. So horse sees something and takes actions immediately, responding according with an actual reality of the present moment. A horse will not analyze, judge if that is a real threat or not. There is no such luxury of time, because horse is a prey animal and the only goal is to survive with minimum energy and time wastes. In a way, we can say it's a perfect cooperation between mind and body. And this is why we are also drawn and fascinated by animals. They are honest in the way they see and react to the world. They won't play emotional mental games, not judge you, not manipulate you. It's just simple, straightforward, and very energy-saving interaction with the world. So, can we say that it's better to be a horse than a human? Maybe it could be easier, but there must be a reason why we made this way. Why we are standing at the top of the list of all mammals on Earth. At the same time, why are we being so dramatic? Is it a curse, according to misinterpretation of the Bible, because we sinned? Or is it a possibility in a disguise? Nature does not make things up without a deep purpose. And it all depends on how we perceive and use it. Son of a God is within you. Follow him. Those who seek will see him. We are given extra physiological attributes for only one purpose: to raise questions which can lead to expanding perception of own self. Animals, they do not ask such questions like, who am I? Why am I here? Who is God? And what is my purpose? Animals accept everything the way it is so they can maintain the natural balance. This is the difference. Animals maintain the balance. They are the balance themselves. We are here to expand this balance. To expand the balance externally on the planet Earth, we need to find it internally. And to find it internally, we need to understand how we are made, how we are built. But what it has to do with the function of the prefrontal cortex. Everything in our world exists within a scale between, for example, 0 and 100. On a scale of abilities of this cortex, we could react impulsively, fear, resist, cry or laugh, be very happy or be very depressed, or we can simply learn. This prefrontal cortex has a hidden ability of a super powerful tool. If emotions of a superficial reaction are set aside, there can be knowledge found. So in a way, we are super animals, or we are expanded animals. Horses perceive the world as it is and act. We humans take the world not as it is, but as we emote, based on our past experience. And we humans are also given a choice to be aware of emotional fluctuation and use pure mind to understand and see beyond it, and then take action that lead to the balance. So if we see negative, violent situation, we can shift or expand our perception and see through own emotions, see through the external veil. This will drop all the judgments immediately and allow to understand a deeper meaning of the situation, and then take correct action. Direct, pure vision expands perception. For example, let's refer to the Bible. The script was taken literally and superficially, and also the meaning was lost in translation. Today it is used to manipulate people's emotions, especially those who are emotionally weak, sensitive. At the same time, no one is actually living by Bible. It's like just a mythical tale that sometimes we refer to when we feel emotional. Yet, it's still a source of such knowledge that can be applied in life. But how? How can you apply Bible in everyday life? The answer are laying in the brain, in all the organs, in the whole vessel of the body. Everything works together in order to perceive. We have senses, we have intuition, we have instinct, and we have a high reasoning and questioning. Our order is to unite all of these tools together so we can become that first version of designed man who is hidden inside of each one of us. And if we turn the vision inwards, if we seek, we will see him or her. It doesn't matter. Here in this part, I highlighted the function and purpose of the prefrontal cortex. But this is just a tip of iceberg. It's not only about this part of the brain. It's about your toes, your knees, your tissues, your joints, your cells, your organs, your skin. Everything that you are on this physical plane is a living sentient tool. Physical body has its own consciousness, has its own language, that are separate and independent from reasoning mind and human language that is based on the syntax, on words and thinking. Such body, partnered with the mind, have abilities to interpret any script of any culture, religion, or philosophy. And at the end of the day, you start understanding that it's not about religion. There is no such thing as religion, but there is just a source of information that each one, every single human, can interpret any script in a unique, individual way. Each human individual can perceive and interpret animals, nature, sky, breath, own self, this reality in own unique way. That's why we cannot, as a collective, follow one concept. In the next last part, I would like to share with you the abilities of the body, both physical and energy.